All right, so welcome back to the Juicy Podcast. This is episode 4. Am I right?
Yeah, but quick question. Why do you keep saying welcome back like we're on a long commercial break or something?
Why do you keep interrupting me? Anyway, what I'm saying is that we shoot every single Thursday, so we're basically coming back to you guys, the viewers. So I'm saying welcome back to them. I'm not saying welcome back to you.
All right, whatever. Let's
Sorry,
talk about
Nellie.
the subjects.
No, we're not even going to talk about the subjects because I have to introduce you guys. So, this is Nellie, who I forgot to mention last time that she's a rapper. She does really, really good music, and she just dropped a mixtape on May 5th. Yeah, it's really good too. I like that song, Visions.
Me
and
too.
This is Jay Messiah. You didn't even hear it. I know you didn't because you don't have Apple Music. And this is Jay Messiah, who is a comedian. So, we have a few topics we're going to discuss today. The first one I want to talk about is NY drill music and like the deaths of like Nick Blicky and like KJ Baller and stuff like that. And then I want to talk about Chicago and how so many people died over the Memorial Day weekend. And then we're going to talk about Joe Biden and the black vote. And then lastly, just like TV shows and how they affect our lives, like Power for Life. What's the other show nobody watches? Empire, The Oval, whatever.
All black shows, you already know. Keep it strong, sister.
So, Nellie, I want to start with you because you do music. And for those of you who are not used to or don't know what drill music is, basically it's like a style of rap, like trap, that was basically started in Southside Chicago in like 2010, 2011. So,
bow, bow, bow.
Right. Come on, Nellie.
The first thing I'm going to speak on is the deaths. I feel like they was young. And I don't feel like their music got them killed. Being into drill music, I don't feel like that personally puts you in a spotlight to get killed because of the type of music you do. But set aside, they just was young, and I just, that's all I gotta say about that situation. R.I.P. to them, may they rest in peace, and that's it. But on another note, drill music is working right now for upcoming artists that's already on. Like, it's a vibe right now. You can't even cap. Like, if it's not your lane, stay out of it. But if it is, stay in it and ride that to the wheels fall off because it's working right now. So, yeah.
I think that the music is it's the reason for their death. Not to, be rude or anything. But my thing is, like, if you're in a song talking about, I'm a big op, that means you have ops who want to kill you. So my thing is this: when you're a popular person, whether it be on Instagram or in the street or things like that, you have to move a little different. Not saying I know how these people move, because I don't. What I'm saying is that if you make music talking about you kill people and you do this and you do that, that's like the environment and the energy that's being perpetuated in that. And then it's like they try to do more stuff so they can put it in their music. Like, I don't know if you heard the song, I forgot his name. It's like one of Jeezy Moolah's people. Real Right Sport.
Big chop, baby, welcome to the party. I'm high as a kite, I'm smoking on wrist. I am. Fuck a suburban, I'm strapped with a 30, you jacket, okay, you get shot. Niggas been gay, they dick out. Shoes ain't play, nigga, keep a K with him, put a hole in the big eye.
He went crazy. Video was cool though, but he went crazy. And I feel like when you make songs with that kind of environment, what do you expect? And I'm not saying, like Nellie said, R.I.P. to them. They were 20 or 21, and it's just so messed up. And I hate to be corny, like, oh, can't we all just get along? But can we just keep it music, Because in Chicago, they really kill people and then put it on the songs. And I feel like that translated over to New York as well. Mm-hmm. But that's my opinion on that. And I feel like for drill music itself, I love it. I love drill music. Like I said, don't nobody want to nah all day. Like, we want to hear some, like, aggressive. Like, New York, I feel like that's the only thing that makes New York now. You know what I mean? Because it's either you A-Boogie singing or you're doing drill music. There's no real in between, it's either one or the other. So I like drill music.
It should be in between. That's my personal opinion.
You gotta have a bop.
It should be, but
I mean, I don't have nothing against drill music. I mean, drill music is cool, you feel me? But I don't feel like that's the sound of New York. Like, I feel like New York had its own sound before drill music. That's like someone saying
it did.
that.
We're not saying it didn't. We talking about now.
But now, this is what I'm saying.
That's what's coming out of New York mostly right now.
How many? Yeah, but you got people.
We're not speaking about other artists that's coming up. We're talking about overall
in
right
New
now.
York.
Yeah.
Real music is on top right now. It's singers that's amazing out here. It's other artists that's amazing, but that's what is New York.
Popular.
When they say this is what New York sound like right now, that's what New York sound like right now. I'm not saying about 2 years ago. I'm not saying about the future. As of right now, this is what New York sound like, because they do that all the time. And A Boogie was, this is what New York sound like. Right now, this is what New York sound like, is drill music.
It's true, yeah.
Well, with that said, now you just shut me up on that subject.
just saying.
You were wrong, bro.
I was wrong. No, I was.
Okay, you were not wrong. What I'm saying is that, like, I did not say that New York, like, that's our sound. But I'm saying I'd rather have that as our new wave, which it is our new wave, than just singing all day. Don't nobody want to hear people sing all day. Not everybody can sing, and a lot of autotune is not going to save you guys. Please understand this.
Wait, let me
Whoever's
ask you a
watching,
question. Do you
stop. Because
like,
because it's annoying.
Let me ask you a question. Do y'all feel like if someone comes out today or tomorrow with a song that has a New York beat to it, a New York beat to
like
it,
a Dave East beat?
Let's go with that. Yes, like a Dave East kind of beat, or even a Young M.A. kind of beat. And do you think that they could deliver you a sound that has no drill attached to it and it still be fire? Because I feel like that. Because there's a lot of underground artists right now who's clawing to get to this position to be talked about, like how we're talking about drill music, but they're not using drill music.
Hold on.
Not a lot of
And
people
drill,
who are coming up using drill music.
The words or the beat?
Yeah, right. Because drill is also a beat as
you
well.
can throw on a beat and put any words
No.
on it.
One at a time.
The drill beats are fire, right?
But what are you saying?
The word, no, it's the content
of the song.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like,
but my thing is
coming in like Pinocchio by Ron Suno. You feel me? Or Spider-Man by that's considered drill. You feel me?
Because the beat.
Or the
words
Sleepy
on it.
But what if you get an artist who's like the next person who's nice, like Biggie Smalls, or someone like Nas who's lyrically talented, but they're not coming off on a drill sound? Do you think they're from New York? Do you think they'll give New York a new sound? Like they have a voice? Do you think they'll survive in the game that's based on drill right now?
What up, man? Take it back to school 12 parties, the old days. Niggas tweaking, smoking water, same one selling cocaine. And it's all out here in these streets that don't know pain. Knocking risky somewhere on T where it don't rain. You ain't talking what you living, I ain't knocking your shit. And just to show you soft, I'm in the club popping your bitch.
I don't believe so. Everything has its time. Like how you said, A Boogie had his time. Now J.I., he's singing too. But it's either A Boogie or drill. And I'm not saying that, I don't think so. No.
You don't think so? You do music. And I think that you do music, but you don't do music seriously. You have a lot of other projects that you do.
That's interesting that you would tell me what I do seriously. Money's in my ear, yeah. You can hit a stack hole. Money's in my ear, yeah. You can hit a stack hole. I ain't neighborhood, but my neighbor's hood smoking loud. With the backwoods, I'm from the backwoods with the hillbillies, but the hood niggas, they still feel me. Call me white girl, but I still twirl. The blicky. Blicky making scream, call me Sydney. Blicky making scream, call me Sydney. Sydney Prescott, cause I press ops. Grab your camera, bitch, it's a press op. Taking headshots with the camera though. Might shoot you with the cannon though. Ain't a shooter, I'm a scammer though. Making movies, get a cameo. I do rap over drill beats, and I do take music serious. So thanks. Anyway, next topic. Let's talk about the black vote. James, I will start with you since we just ended with you. How do you feel about Joe Biden and the black vote?
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
If you go and you do a poll, you'll ask, hey, how many people in your community of your age and of your race, how many of them have voted? A lot of people will tell you that they haven't. I don't think people take it seriously because a lot of people have a lot of, in their mind, they have a lot of what voting does, but they don't have the right information.
Vote is not going to be for free. We're going to have to see some promises. What are we getting in return for our vote? Nothing has changed for Black America. And in order for us to vote for Biden, we can't be taken for granted like we always are because we're supposed to be Democrats or because people are afraid of Trump. It's whoever's going to take care of our community, whoever wants to make a deal. It's business at this point. We can't trust politicians, so we want to know very clearly, just like Trump made it clear that he wanted to build a wall, Biden needs to make it clear that he's going to change the lives and quality of life of Black and brown people, or else he can't get the vote.
You know how people say they don't vote because they feel like that their vote don't count? But how would you know if you don't get a chance to vote and you don't get a chance and you don't sit there and you do your research and you look into
I think really what they're, the people who don't vote like myself, because I voted for Obama only, and that was it, and I'm not voting again. Just in the fact, I think people are just speaking about the Electoral College. They're not saying like, oh, my one vote. It's just a matter of us as a people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. Us as a people, our vote doesn't count. Like me, I didn't vote when it was Hillary versus Trump because I just felt like I'm not picking the lesser of two evils. I'm not.
That's what that was.
I'm not doing that, bro. You cannot force me to do anything. I'm not doing that. Yep. And I just feel like Again, for me, like nothing that the president has done ever has affected my day-to-day life. However, there are people who have Obama phones and this and that, so it has affected people on their daily lives. But for me, no. And to go back to Joe Biden, he's a weirdo. I don't know if you've seen any of his clips. He says the craziest things, and it's like he must have dementia, because for me, there's no the stuff that he says is
like
beyond
he don't even
me.
remember it sometimes.
He doesn't remember.
He says that shit like what?
And then one of the interviews, he was like, "Yeah, I'm giving Joe Biden a run for his money." But you are Joe Biden. What do you mean, sir?
You are you,
What is going
sir.
on? I just feel like the statement where he said, "Oh, well, you ain't black. How you gonna tell me about my blackness?" Or how are you going to do that? You know what I mean? And I think he's just saying that just because he's associated to Barack Obama that we have to vote for him. Mm-hmm. No, you're still old. You're still white. You know, I mean,
You're out of touch.
And I hate out of touch. The same thing with Bernie Sanders. I'm not gonna really go crazy with the Bernie Sanders thing, but he's just pandering for the black vote, trying to talk to Cardi B and this and that. How can you speak to somebody?
You don't like him?
No. Because he's doing too much for me. You know what I mean? Like, he's always trying to grab somebody that's younger to make him seem more appealing. Bro, just stand on what you got to stand on, your opinion, and either run the race or don't. But stop trying to get other people. Because for me, when he went to Cardi B, that kind of pissed me off. Because it's like, so you're telling me that you're going to a stripper to now influence the rest of us.
Basically.
But it was ridiculous. But that's why I don't believe in voting, and I will not. And Joe Biden is a fool.
Yeah.
But Nellie?
I feel like I'm not into the voting thing either. I said that last time. I'm not really big on the government. And I honestly don't feel like our vote matters at the end of the day, overall. But I feel like these people is clout chasers, just like artists. Like, they not, them being by Cardi B or by whoever, that's not really doing nothing for their vote. That's just for the meantime. They're trying to get their face known. They're trying to get their name around. They clout chase just like artists, just like regular people. And who's to say it's gonna matter or not matter? Like regular people. But I don't approve of that at all. And that's not gonna make or break me to make me vote because you with Cardi B or because you with anyone. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's his own man. You've been that man before Cardi B came around and before, Obama. And even Obama, you can't, how long that's gonna last? The bandwagon of that. That's not gonna last for so long. Like, okay, a lot of people know a lot of people, but that doesn't make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
That's just for me. Like I said, they clout chasing. I ain't voting anyway.
You was right. Same thing like artists. You was absolutely right.
Definitely don't say artists is that way. Artists is artists plural because the S. Anyway,
artists is artists.
You just, when you are talking about multiple artists, it's still artists.
I say it's hot.
Really? It is hot. So now let's shift to Memorial Day weekend and Chicago. I feel like Chicago or Chirac has always been like a kind of violent place. You know what I mean? But the last time I checked, how many people was it?
It was like 40 wounded and like 10 people killed.
40 shot and 10 people killed.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Nellie, what's your opinion on that?
I think that's a tragedy. I feel like that about any type of massacre or large amounts of people getting hurt over nonsense. A lot of that stuff be nonsense, you know what I'm saying? If you have a problem with somebody, handle that problem with that somebody. You don't wait till it's a cookout and shoot up parks. You understand? That's not gangster. I don't support that at all. You know, when I hang around people. I'm from the hood. If you like, yo, Nellie, yeah, I seen this, and I walked up to him and we got it shaking. That's gangster. Not, oh, Nellie, yeah, he was picking up his daughter at the store. I saw him that's not gangster.
Disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? That's real nasty, and I don't approve of that at all. And also too, outside, the people shouldn't even be outside right now. Honestly, right. The corona is still outside. There's no cure for the virus. There's no vaccine for the virus. So honestly, they're making it, and everybody need to still be in a house at the end of the day. Those people, nobody shouldn't even be outside.
Right.
But yeah.
Vaccine or not, don't take it, bro. Don't do it.
But I ain't say to take it. I'm just saying there's no options for what we've been staying in the house for, and now everybody's just going outside because it's a holiday.
I feel like Atlanta just said, you know what?
Yo,
I seen so many pool parties.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, everybody
y'all.
that went to Atlanta that I saw on Snap, Instagram, and all that, don't hit me up when y'all get back.
Trying to chill.
Yeah, I seen the crowds. No
it looked
masks.
great. I saw pool parties. They were playing Pop Smoke.
It was a good vibe.
They had
but
Henny Coladas.
I had to remember it was Corona going on.
I don't think nobody should live in fear. That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
I feel like if you're taking care of your temple, yourself, your body, period, then you have nothing to worry about. I said that last time, and I'm 100% on that. Like you saying they shouldn't be outside. Like I have kids. I have 3 kids. My kids have not been outside since February. I don't think that's fair for them. That's me personally. But I'm co-parenting. That's a story for another time. Regardless of the fact that at the end of the day, the kids need fresh air. People need fresh air. You need air to live. I feel like the people that say, yo, stay inside, I feel like you're dumb.
That's crazy,
me
bro.
Personally, I feel like people who wear these masks who don't understand that a cough and a sneeze can travel more than 6 feet, you're dumb. I don't mean to call you dumb, but I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna be scared about something, at least have your facts straight. Like, I'm scared of dying, but at least I know we're all gonna die one day. You understand what I'm saying? Don't live in fear. Don't live your life in fear. Like, you shouldn't.
I can agree with that. However, I don't really know that you should call people dumb because
I shouldn't.
You already did, but
hey.
I feel like when you're trying to tell someone something, calling them dumb for something that they're already doing is not going to persuade them to your side.
That's
you can
true.
just inform people, hey, listen to these facts or this and that. Let me tell you something right now. At work, doesn't matter where I work, but at my job, we have to wear the mask all day. I don't deal with patients or anything like that, but we have to wear the mask all day. And what they don't realize is I can't breathe, bro. And they be walking around like, can you put on your mask? Oh, no, because I cannot breathe. And then the people who are making jokes and memes like, you're supposed to put the mask over your nose. We can't breathe, bro. Do you realize that? Like we're breathing in carbon dioxide. Like are we not familiar with these basic?
You're not getting anything fresh into your system. No fresh air, nothing.
At all. Yeah, go take a walk. I call it the COVID stare because I walk outside without a mask because I deserve to breathe fresh air.
That's
if I go into a store, maybe I'll put on a mask or whatever have you, but I'm not going to sit here and not breathe so everyone else can feel comfortable. No. But I think
they're not wearing them. The people.
Oh, the retro clothes.
Yes.
But yeah, we can go ahead and skip to the last topic, like TV shows. I'll start because I love TV shows. I like a lot of different TV shows. I like For Life. That was a good one.
It's
Power.
done?
Yeah.
It is. How
It's
many
only
episodes
episode 13, and they are pissing me off.
I think it's because of the COVID.
I don't know if I need to at 50, at For Life, at
ABC.
Maybe ABC.
Like,
They be reading
I'm not
stuff.
gonna lie, I'm like a little bit having withdrawal. I keep going back to Hulu. Like maybe Hulu got it.
I know,
on
me too.
TV
That's what I
don't.
did.
I'm only on the second episode, so this is good for me. Maybe by the time I catch up.
I just think like For Life, that's a good show. People, I don't watch Power. I feel like after season 3 of Power, like the writers just was like this. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Got up and left and gave it to whoever. Because for me as a writer, and a person who loves shows that make me think and intrigue my mind to make me think, what's gonna happen next or this. There was no more depth in the characters for me and in the show. And I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with this. I also don't care. It just, for me, like I said, the show got worse. It didn't get any better for me. For Life is a good show. It has depth to it. Power is just like, give me the guns, give me the money, this and that. They used to have, I feel like James St. Patrick used to have such a character, and he was great. And you always, he was a smart man. You always wanted to know what he was going to do next. But I feel like I said, after season 3, it was predictable. They like when a show was good,
Right.
instead of keeping it exactly how it is and staying on that path, they try to make, they said it's good, let's do this now, let's get this factor, and it sucked.
Wow. All I was going to say about Power is I felt like it was a good show. I felt like the last season was dragged out. The last season was
What's so good? You know what? What's so good about Power?
All right, I'll tell you right now. You got a black man who started off doing what anyone else do, hustling, took his money, flipped it into an entrepreneurship, got himself a club, trying to get out the game. But what do you have? You got one chick who's your wife, who's supposed to be your rider. She's not your rider.
Why would she be his rider when he's cheating on her? Come on now. Come on, bro.
She's supposed to be your rider. That's what I said. But she's not your rider because she's cheating on you, and she wants you to still be a stereotypical nigga in the hood, selling drugs, shooting people. She don't want better for you. James St. Patrick gives you that,
I want to change and be better.
Yeah,
that's what I like. But I'm talking about.
I enjoyed that.
Let's get into season 4 or whatever season it's on. That's what I'm talking about. Because the beginning of it was cool, but I'm saying what was good about the last few seasons? Because everybody's still watching it. So what is good about the last few seasons?
Honestly, the ending part was like, all right, after Ghost got shot, people wanted to know who shot him. Before then, it was like, how is Ghost going to get out the situation? He keeps trying to be straight. So it's like, every time he tries to go straight for the last 3 seasons, after season 3, something happened to like pull him away from that.
I get both of y'all.
Thank you.
Because your energy is coming from the beginning of Power. Because I had that same energy.
I
was a Power fan.
Me too.
I understand also where she's coming from too, because the same thing, we had that conversation the other day. I feel like the wheels fell off of Power. And they kept pushing the cart. You understand? And that cart being pushed was off of clout. People were hashtagging Power, you understand? But sometimes you gotta let that baby go. They could have kept some of the main characters from Power and started another show to keep the, you understand, to keep those people generated, but
I think they did.
But that's technically what they're doing now.
I'm not sure, but this is how I felt about that. But For Life and Power are not the same at all. For Life is an amazing show already.
Well, speaking about amazing shows, let's talk about Juicy real quick, because we have not spoken about Juicy on any other podcast yet. And let me just be clear about this for the people that are watching this. Yeah, but I just want to say, like, when I put up a picture of like me and my new hairstyle or something, please do not comment where's season 4. Obviously, that's not what this picture's about, because it's getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you who have not seen Juicy and you're just randomly here, whatever, hey, Juicy was a remake of Juice from the 90s. And I made my character a scammer, and then my 2 friends were robbing people, and my other one was a rapper, whereas Q from Juice was a DJ. And now it's just spiraling out to a whole ordeal, something totally different, brand new story with brand new characters. Nellie, can you tell them how you met me and how you got into the show? I think that would be fun.
Oh, boy. All right. I was watching the show, and I'm an artist, like she said in the beginning of the show, and I'm like, I did another web series before. Not gonna bring it up, not important. So I'm like, it'll be dope. It's a hood web series, and I like it. It caught my attention. I wouldn't mind having my music on there, and as a thought. So then one day, I don't know, like randomly, I was coming from taking my daughter to school, and I see her walking past me, and I'm like, this stuff that I was doing before I came outside might really be working, because I'm like, I'm bugging out, I might be a little high, but it was really hard. So I'm like, I was with some girl that I was dealing with at that time, right? So when she walked by, I was type staring at her, but I'm telling the girl that I'm with, like, you feel me? Like, that's not like that. Like, remember that show? I was watching that shorty from the show. I need to go talk to her because I'm trying to get my music on the show. So she was like, hey, babe, And from that one conversation, now she's like an annoying, like, third arm.
You didn't have to be here. You didn't have to be here.
Like annoying third
But
arm.
yes, that happens to me a lot of times. I'm on 3rd Avenue or Fordham or maybe even Brooklyn one time.
But I'm not regular. So yeah. It always happened, but they not here. So I did have to be here. It's God
Saying
will.
that to say that, people do stop me on the street. Oh, are you from that show? And it really is crazy because it feels so good to have like a fan base of people that are so in tune with the characters. I'll be at a bank sometimes. People are like, yo, Zoe, are you scamming? Now everybody in the bank's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Dead.
I'm just trying
But
to pull
that's
out a little
the
bit of
life-
cash.
So I was just trying to get a 20.
Really just $40. I'm trying to get a little $40. But go ahead, Jay Messiah. How do you feel about the show? Because you've been around since season
2.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever.
What was that? What was it? Anyway, I've been around since season 2, whatever. I feel like I'm not gonna be one of those people who say here and lie and say, yo, I was watching before I was on the show. That's not what happened. What happened was I was actually in the first film. No, I said I'm not. I was speaking for myself, not you, Nellie. You know what I'm saying? I was actually in not the first film. My first project with her was 12. Which is a really good movie.
Yes, check it out. It
should be going to Amazon soon. That was that was my first time like really meeting her. You feel me? From 12, and then I was like, well, if I want to be on your web series, I'm not going to be one of those people that want to be on your show and not know what's going on. So I started watching Juicy. I messed with it. The first season was good. It evolved camera work wise, like the beautiful picture and the vision, it evolved. It just got better and better and better over time.
Yo, Chocolate, what's good? Yo, Chocolate, come in. Yo, Chocolate, I'm trying to holler at you. Yo, Chocolate, yo, hey, my beautiful eyes.
All right, I'm just saying. But my point is, season 2, season 3, season 1, they're all dope. I look forward to season 4. If you're not caught up, my character definitely will not be in season 4. No, the Wolf movie.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
But if they haven't watched, I don't want them to. I'm trying to like get them to come back for more. You feel
If
me?
you wanted them to come back for more, you should have said, check me out on the show. It doesn't matter what season you were not in.
Listen,
Or
just
not in.
check out the show because it's amazing, like I said, and you definitely won't be wasting your time. Like it's short, it's timeful. It goes with your timing. And
Yes.
you will not be wasting your time. You'll
And
hit us up and be like, yes.
Season 4 is coming out soon, and for those of you, I don't know when you are going to watch this, because I see that people watch everything and then come to the podcast or music videos, this and that. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Check it out. Before we go, I want to do a little suggestion for reads. This is A Message to the Millennials by Risa Islam. I just started reading it recently. It's really pretty good. I think you definitely should read it. I think a lot of people really should read it, but it's a lot of things in here that you're probably not going to want to hear, like with the use of like social media and things like that, and the Patriot Act. And then also, we got my book.
Bad Decisions.
And I'm working on part 2 right now. So this one is only like 75 pages. It's definitely a quick read. I hear a lot of people saying to make the second one longer because they're so interested in it. But either way, these are 2 books that you definitely should check out.
2 things.
Read
Quick question.
more. All 2020.
Wasn't I the first one to buy your first hard copy of this book?
I'm unaware.
I was.
Yo.
Yay.
But thank you guys. See you next time.
We out.
CeeLo so made this.